Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing from Biotech that involves some serious money and potential exits, so let's see if the CEO is getting a golden handshake or just a pat on the back. We'll decode the details without the corporate jargon so you can understand what's really going on. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Let's jump right into it. This filing, an 8K, centers around a change to the agreement with Biotech CEO Ispan Brispan Zoka. Specifically, it's about what happens if she leaves the company, either by being terminated not for some serious misconduct or choosing to leave for a good reason. That all sounds very formal, but put simply, we're talking about severance pay. The company has made adjustments to her contract signed back in 2017 concerning payments and benefits following a certain termination. It defines what constitutes a qualifying termination. This means a situation where she's either terminated without a valid cause or she resigns due to significant justifiable reasons. So what does Brispan Zoka get if a qualifying termination happens? First, she gets a severance payment equal to 12 months of her current salary. That's a full year's pay to tide her over, which can be a pretty big number depending on the salary. Second, she's entitled to a bonus for the year she's terminated, but it's not the full bonus. It's calculated based on goals such as performance. These will be tied to actual results. And here's where things get even more interesting. If that qualifying termination happens within 6 months before or 12 months after a change in control, the deal gets sweeter for the CEO. A change in control usually means the company is sold, merges with another company, or undergoes a major change in ownership. If any of those things happen and her departure is close enough to it in time, the severance pay jumps from 12 months to 18 months of her salary. The bonus isn't reduced, which is better than before and gets even better. Most importantly, all of her unvested stock options immediately become fully vested, which is a massive boost. The performance-based conditions of outstanding equity awards are deemed achieved based on the targets set in the agreements, and per salary the bonus isn't reduced, which is better than before and gets even better. Most importantly, all of her unvested stock options immediately become fully vested, which is a massive boost. The performance-based conditions of outstanding equity awards are deemed achieved based on the targets set in the agreements. Of course there's a catch. She has to sign a release of claims, which is a standard legal document where she agrees not to sue the company, and she has to sign it and not take it back. To get all the nitty-gritty details, you can check out the actual agreement. It's linked as an exhibit to this report. So now let's move on to my analysis on what this document really means to Biotech. So what's the big picture here? This looks like Biotech is making sure their CEO is well taken care of, especially if there's a big change coming. Giving her a bigger payout if the company is sold, or mergers could make her more open to those kinds of deals. At the very least, it ensures she won't be distracted by her own future during critical negotiations, aligning her interests with those of the shareholders. On the other hand, these kinds of arrangements can be controversial. Some people might think it's too much money for someone who could be leaving the company soon. It's a balance between rewarding someone for their work and ensuring they're motivated to act in the company's best interest to the end. The real benefit will depend on if Biotech can improve financials, such as total revenue. If the price tag on a total acquisition of Biotech becomes too high, things like this severance package might put off potential suitors. Alright, that's our breakdown of Biotech's latest filing. What's your take on these changes to the CEO's agreement and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.